Hey everyone, welcome to Comfort Life channel. My name is Irina. I'm very happy to see you today because today we're talking about age-proofing our eyes and lips. Well, basically, a lot of things I'm going to discuss today you probably either already know, but I always believe in a good reminder. I would start with the eye area, and I would also start with the biggest problem. I think two biggest problems usually are wrinkles and puffiness, and sometimes you do have both. What I've noticed is what really helped me to get rid of my puffiness, and it will not be some magic cream you spend $100 on, because it's a deeper process actually happening there, is the proper lymphatic drainage. I have a few videos on my website about some exercises that I do, but what really helped me, believe it or not, is yoga. It's just because when we are doing yoga, it's like our body is all connected and this lymphatic flow is restored if you do it daily and for longer than 10 minutes. But honestly, if you even start with 10 minutes, I think it's a good practice to begin with, because when you're doing it, this whole area, your neck and shoulders, it gets sort of decongested. And then if you also have some movement during the day, it's all great for lymphatic system. So I feel really not puffy in the area as I used to, even if I wake up in the morning and even if I enjoyed a cup of tea at night. Of course, my eyes could be puffy depending on maybe my diet at times and also the time of my period. I can't really do anything about that. But normally, I would say that I know exactly why it's happening, but I feel so much better in my eye area after I started doing that. And if you start doing yoga like I did at first, even when I was going from one position to going to standing up, I felt my head spinning. And even though I'm normally active and athletic, I would say, but it didn't scare me off. I just took my time and I did it more and more, and I stopped having the spinning in my head. So that's just a little preface that if you guys want to look happy and healthy and good in your face and younger than your years, not necessarily so. I don't really have that goal in my head. I don't care how old I am. I just want to look good for my age, and I want to look the way I like it. But you also need, just aside of all skincare, there are some tips that you could do, that you need to do if you want to have better result. And when we are just relying solely on some massage on our face, yes, that's good. You definitely moved some fluids around here and there, but you need to have the whole body approach for it sort of to hold. Now, obviously, after getting them off, there are a few things that we need to rely on, and that would be SPF. The reason I want to talk about SPF is that we hear it from all the corners. Use your SPF broad spectrum sunscreen with at least SPF 30. And you could, I don't really necessarily have an eye cream, but there are eye creams specifically with this SPF, but I don't really see the reason, because most likely you would apply SPF on the entire face. But if you have such an opportunity, maybe during a vacation or some weekends, if early in the morning when the sun is not crazy out there, you could just go out. You could be under the sun for at least 15 minutes, and that will not really cause any major problems. It's the most importantly is to avoid certain times of the day. We all know that when the sun is the strongest, and of course during the times when we are at the beach, we're enjoying the weather, those are the times that you need to rely on sunscreen heavily. By the way, I've been experimenting with a lot of sunscreens because I don't like the feeling of them on my skin, and I will be sharing with you a few of them that I really, really love. And another thing you could do is obviously to protect your lips. And it's recommended to apply any lip balms with SPF, but I personally don't do that because I don't like the taste. But what I do is I use the Lucas Papai, that's how I call it. It's the balm that I use religiously for a lot of years already. It's just because I like it. It doesn't have any taste, because most of the lip balms will have some taste that I really, really don't like, and I just can't use them. But this one is benign to me, has no taste. It moisturizes incredibly well. It could even work as a lip balm, and I'm so got used to applying it that I can't be without it. And of course, a broad topic of staying hydrated and eating healthy diet should also be mentioned. I would say that healthy diet looks different for everybody, and there is no one rule fits all. We all know that Mediterranean diet is considered the healthiest there, but you could always make adjustments. I never recommend people to be very strict with their diets, because this strictness that actually it's not very healthy psychological effect, and if you don't do this organically in the way that you really understand why you do it, there will be setbacks, the bad ones, which will even make you feel worse about yourself. So just probably look at the diet and try to think about all the ingredients, all the food products, the products produced that you like, first of all, then maybe something you might like or incorporate into some dishes that it won't be that disturbing for you, and how you could actually incorporate it into your diet. And making this easy plan, knowing that you could always go back to maybe not consuming those products sometimes, will make your life easier. And trust me, when it's easy, things happen. They do. Your brain will just somehow one day make it happen. But you don't need to violate yourself to make it happen. As for the water, that's pretty simple. You just calculate how much water you need for your weight, and then just set out this amount for you to drink. Not at the very end of the day when you forgot, or not the whole amount in the morning, but normally throughout the day. Feel good about it. And you could infuse your water with herbs, with berries, with lemon, you name it. But make sure that any caffeinated drinks, alcohol, and even teas that contain caffeine will sort of promote an opposite effect. And I always recommend for one drink that contains caffeine to counteract it with 1 cup of water. Another one would be to find a proper sleeping position and a good pillow. This is really a quest of a lifetime. I never liked sleeping on my stomach, and I know a lot of people do, so they had to re-educate themselves so they don't do this. But I think the look in your face in the morning is a pretty good motivator on its own. But I am a side sleeper, and not planning to change that in the moment, because for me, sleeping well is actually very important to the way I look. Now, I would also say that we need to try not to squint. I do not have that habit either. Usually people who are a lot under the sun without sunglasses would squint, and a lot of people who have poor eyesight and they try to see things better, they would also squint. So this is not something you just stop doing. You just need to adjust the reason why you do it. Either wear the sunglasses or wear something so you could see better. And another thing would be, as we age, we probably need to change some rules about the way we apply makeup, because it really is a little different when we get older. I know I'm not really at that age where I need to think about how to apply foundation and other skincare makeup products, so I don't really make sure that my wrinkles pop out more, but I personally love the wrinkles around the eyes. I don't really see anything bad about it, and I know that maybe you can see it here in the video, but I started developing them, and I don't hate them. I don't. I also developing wrinkles here and on my forehead, and I'm pretty much always like this when I'm watching a movie. I don't know, I become very serious. This is a natural aging process, and when I'm saying about age proofing, I am not talking about that aging is bad. I'm talking about is that we just want to look fresh and healthy and take care of ourselves. And to me, looking good is not only skincare products, it's a lot more than that, because by incorporating yoga or healthy exercises, movement, your diet and hydration, you will feel better generally. And when you just feel better in the morning, when you feel rested and good, when you look in the mirror, you like what you see a lot better because you like the way you feel. So that's what I'm preaching, and these are the tips I have for you for today. If you have any questions, please do let me know. If you have any ideas for future videos, also please share it with me. I wish you guys all the best. I wish you to, if you're new to the healthy lifestyle, to be able to make this plan easier for yourself so it really works. And if you need any tips or advice on that, also let me know. All the best. If you like this video, please put the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you later.